view off of the front patio as we start to have our lunch. You can hear the music in the back. We can't get into our hotel rooms for about another 2 hours, and so we're just sort of panning out of here. This is a new build, out pretty much on its own. Very pretty. Very pretty. Nice day, temperature in the mid-80s, overcast, looking good. Food's on its way, back later. Okay, we've had a little bit of lunch, and now we're moving out to just a couple of chairs. Our rooms aren't going to be ready for a while. So basically what we're doing is just sort of sitting here and hoping for our rooms to get ready. One of the things that it hopefully will pick up here on the camera is how blue, almost aqua, the water is. It quickly shows how clear and clean this water is. We're here in a little beach area. Hand over here back towards the hotel. Oh, no. Relax, little Chrissy. And that is the walkway over to the hotel. Just chilling out here, having a nice time. Here we are, we're shooting our first sunset here at the island. It's really sort of pretty.
The white clouds up?
Yeah, I am. This, it tends to be a bit of a challenge because when you shoot it out in space like that, it makes it difficult for the camera to focus on something. And we're also going to take a look down at the pool and note that they've started to turn the lights on.
You see the distinction of the clouds in there?
Okay, I wonder if we can catch that, because there is an interesting front of clouds. That we're just trying to read on. But all in all, this evening is coming to an end at a rather nice end. I'm going to try something here, Chris.
Now just went on automatic focus.
Let's stand on automatic focus.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I can't seem to get the lens.
It's fine. It's focusing itself right now.
Yeah, but that's not the problem, huh?
Oh.
The problem is that what it's doing is it can't find anything to hit.
It's more of a detail baby camera. Well then, enjoy the sunset.
Oh gosh, it's pretty hot. Gosh, that's nice. I think I got it. I think I got it right here. I hope so. And our first Cozumel sunset. Thank you, Christine Sue Stoughton. Let's go have some supper.
Okay.
Let's tell everybody what we did today, because we really had
Live from Cozumel, the 3 p.m. checkup on the first day. We did something extraordinary, unusual on this island. We went scuba diving all morning up at Knope. I think it's Knope Park, National Park. And I had a wonderful time.
We did. We did.
What is this practice for media class, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Now I'm ready to go for a dip in the fresh water.
Okay.
Saw huge iguanas and little iguanas.
Okay, I don't think you're recording it.
I am.
Does it say REC?
Yes.
Well.
You think
okay.
I'm blind?
No. One of the neat things that we did today was after we dove, we went to the park and walked through and found some just beautiful pond areas and beautiful flowers and just had a marvelous, marvelous time. I don't know if this gives you an idea about how hot we are, but we have been out in the heat that's probably somewhere around 100 degrees, just begging for breeze. We're back now, our dive stuff's in the tub, and we are about to head to a freshwater pool, maybe a couple Corona and lime, and knock back our thirst. Been a good day so far. More later. What we're to do here is get a little bit of some video of a cab ride into town, and just taking some shots. Hopefully we're going to get a couple of the cruise ships when we go by the dock, and see what we can do. It's a nice afternoon. It's Tuesday afternoon, and we are headed back into town. Looks like it's trying to rain today, so we're seeing what we can do. Interesting day, cooled down a lot. It was quite warm this morning, but we were diving, so it didn't mean that much. Headed into town now, seeing one of the first hotels along the way. Starting to get a feel for what we're at. And in town some more. Just headed into the edge of town now. Starting to look around. And in town a little bit more. Panning out a little bit here. Checking out the sights and scenes. Failure to yield on the taxi ahead. And a couple of cruise ships over there on the left. We're starting to move into the main part of town now. I got those in on the left before. Those are down by the big flagpole. That big flagpole with the golden eagles at the base is where Chris and I spent last night. There is no big flag though. Oh, and look at that.
You can get it once you get on land.
From our destination.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back. We just got done with the taxi ride, which was actually sort of pleasant. There wasn't anything big that went on, and it wasn't as rough as we've had from some other places. Now, we're in the center of sort of like a market square in downtown Cancun, and this restaurant you can see over by Carissa is the restaurant we're probably going to go eat, either this or another one. The bell you heard is from the gentleman who we're going to pan back and see from the tropical ice cream. And moving around the rest of the plaza. And little tile roof. Now when you get to the gate, there's some cruise ships back at the end of that gate. There's some cruise ships back at the edge of that gate. I'm going to try and pan in and see if we can get a little bit of them. Okay. Yeah, okay. Take a step up. Now this is one of the smaller ships, as Chris was pointing out, and we're supposed to have 5 of those in here tomorrow. So tomorrow, we are double diving. We have a dive in the morning, and then a night dive in the evening. We've rented lamps, and we are just pretty excited about the whole doggone thing. I'm going to maybe drop off the film, then get some chow. Talk to you. Bye. I think we did something right here. It's raining like a bandit, and we're down at the restaurant right at the corner of Palmeiras, getting a little bit of something to eat until Morgan's opens up, although we don't want to say that too loudly. Raining good. And the view out the front window shows pretty much the same thing. It's looked like it's been trying to rain all afternoon. But we just didn't get to it. No thunder or lightning or anything like that, just a gentle. Still raining pretty good. Raining pretty good. All right, it's changed to dinner time hour. We've been out and about, done a little bit of shopping, and we are now at the Morgan House at the corner of the plaza. And we just saw some gentlemen firing up a blowtorch to do some of their art. I'm going to pan around, see if I can catch the side of the town here, and maybe a quick sneak at a lovely lady who I'm having supper with, little Christina Sustan, who was an absolutely lovely dining companion as well. It's a wonderful diving companion. Guess what, hon? We can't see a doggone thing, I don't think.
Why?
The candlelight seems to do you in pretty hard.
Go out. Stop.
We just had a tremendous meal. A tremendous meal at the Morgan restaurant, highlighted by a gentleman who made up our Caesar salad at the table using a wooden bowl and simple silverware. Having the guy open an egg with 3 pieces of silverware and not touching it with his hands was a hoot. Fabulous salad. Chris and I split a Caesar for 2 and a seafood platter. Seafood platter had a ton of calamari in it, which was interesting. Needless to say, little Chrissy Sue didn't touch it with either rubber-gloved hand. We're now headed back to the hotel. We're here in the Center Plaza, taking a few more night shots before we head back. I think we've got a concert going on tonight. A few boys bringing in their instruments and stuff like that. Looks interesting. Got some kids playing. Occasionally you see a soldier here. One of the things that surprises you is that the soldier is carrying an AK-47. Generally the policemen aren't armed here, but when they are armed, they do get your attention. Final words of the night. Had a lovely evening. I think this is going to punch Tuesday afternoon pretty well out. Statue in the main part of the park. Saying goodnight. One other thing to end the night, a little international flavor right here in the square. About 15 to 40 miles off the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula. Domino's Pizza. Waiting for you. I think that Spanish says 15-minute delivery guarantee. Whew, better watch our driving on the way back. Night all. Night. I guess it's time to say goodnight, huh? It's been a good day. Chris made acquaintances with a butterfly fish. We have some nice photos. Yes, I took photos with the lens cap on. She's been nice enough not to say it. End of the day. I got it. Beautiful. There's a cruise ship. Our driver has been kind enough to slow down so that you can see this baby. All the way lit up. Isn't that something? Isn't that something?
Gracias.
Well, here we are. We're going to start out Thursday with a wonderful dive in the morning. We had the best dives of this morning, of the whole trip. Went out to Columbia Deep. Did Columbia Deep a second time, and then wound up going to San Francisco and doing a wall dive. It was just marvelous. Chris had a sea turtle came right out from under her. Right now we're waiting for a rental car. We've been waiting about 15 minutes while the person repeatedly dials the location where the rental car is at and doesn't get an answer. This pool down here, where you can sit at the bar, has some of the most wicked margaritas that either of us have ever experienced. More on the rental car situation shortly.
I don't want to be on.
You're on.
Oh, we had a great meal. Your camera isn't focusing. It's not on. The red light's not on. I know, it's still not focusing and your red light's not on. Okay,
honey. Pretend it is on.
No, it's not focusing. It's not focusing. It's still not focusing. Your red light's on. I bet your battery's dead. It's still not on. There it goes. Uh-oh, now I'm on camera. Is your battery dead?
Battery's fine.
It's still not focusing. It's still... And your red light's not on down here. See?
It is focusing. On. Believe me, you're on.
It's not on.
This is the effects of 3 margaritas at La Margarita House. A hot debate. We just had a marvelous lunch with Bruce and Reg
from Syracuse, New York, to Oakland, California, and it's not focusing. And I know a friend in New York or California, so now we'll have to get together in between the two of them. We ought to have a place to stay for free. It's not focusing. It is not freaking focusing. I'm telling you, Jane. Now it's focusing. Hello. I feel like I'm talking to. We just met two guys from the Fiesta Americana. And we had a few margaritas. And the one guy's from Oakland, California, who is the second doctor we've met. It's not focusing.
Trust me.
And then the other guy's from Syracuse, New York. And of course,
Tell them about the meal.
Wait. No, I have to put something else. We gotta get their name and information. So if we want to go to California and New York and want to dive, see if we can get a good deal. Isn't that what it's all about?
We had a marvelous. We had a bunch of margaritas. We didn't know it was happy hour.
Yeah.
We almost walked.
One.
We almost walked past the place.
It's not focusing again.
We almost walked past the place because we didn't think it was that swell. And we came in and we were delighted. The waiter actually got.
I'm telling you,
the waiter actually got a little. Trust me, it says REC in the visor. You're recording.
Oh, just because they threw the live ferret or the dead ferret on our table?
The dead ferret with duct tape.
Which belonged on the table, and I asked him why it had it.
Very playful. When he came by with a check, yanked me on the brim. A gentleman, maybe my grandpa's age, just delightful. And when Chris left, Chris gave him a big hug and a kiss, and everybody in the restaurant went crazy. Everybody's pointing at him. He blushed. It was just so neat. We had a marvelous lunch, marvelous time.
It's not focusing.
It's
not running.
You know, if I had either hand free, I'd just whomp you.
Go for it.
We had a marvelous lunch, a marvelous time. We're headed to the car. We're going to get gas. We're going to be traveling.
It was okay.
All right, here we are. Continue our walk. Here's the front street. Looking at the docks, panning across the seaway. And back to the sidewalk.
To our car.
To our car. Now that little green puppy, up there is ours. Number 30, the green beetle is ours. And if you take a look down there, hey, who is it? It's little Chrissy Stoughton.
It's not focusing. There it is.
Yes. Say something wonderful for history.
Let's go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a quick stop for some baked goods for tomorrow morning. Little Chrissy Stoughton there. A little message from Christina. Oh, okay.
What?
Who's Patty? You know Patty, right?
Yeah, Patty's my cousin.
Oh my
Her
gosh.
father and my grandmother are brother and sister.
Wonderful. You look very good, actually.
I know, I don't look anything like her, do I?
I think this has sound, Leslie.
I don't.
Patty will be hearing this. That's what I'm saying.
She's much taller. She's like maybe 5'9",
Yes,
dark
yes.
hair, dark eyed. Her mother's from Ecuador, and she looks nothing like her.
What a crack up that you see these people in the middle of a ponderia. What is it?
In Cozumel, right.
That's what I'm looking for, big hoss. I know.
Would you like to fall off the curb now so that you can put this on America's Funniest Home Videos?
Back inside, after a small world, we met some people from
Over
Ohio.
here, it's important.
And it's
Patty
really
Neiman's
nice.
cousin, actually, Leslie.
Yeah, Leslie, sort of neat. And here, this is where you pick out stuff here at the bakery on a nice platter. And I want to tell you that the smell in here is so marvelous that we are going to order one of everything if we can. Dad, if you could see this,
I know, we saw him carry a couple things out that were really
you would be jumping up and down. This is the most,
Not too small.
this is just marvelous. Ah, the smell is marvelous. Christina is already paying for it. She said, we're not going to pay until you smile. That's the way. Ladies and gentlemen, a little photograph from the gas station from hell. When you walk into the restroom, when the smell grabs you so quickly you think you're about to heave, you know you're in the gas station from hell. Really interesting here. Just paid 20 pesos for about a tablespoon full of gas. And we're just sort of hanging out. Chris is in using the ladies' room. I'm shooting through the front port of our Volkswagen microbus. Quite an experience. One of the habits that they have here, because of the sewage system, is that when you use bathroom tissue, you put it in a trash can rather than put it in the actual toilet bowl, which makes the bathrooms unbelievably fragrant. Jim Rhodes would be proud. Stand by.
This is some of the, I guess, live shows, for lack of a better word. A lot of this is homes that people have made. These are very This is a significant point for me, even though the windshield wipers in here, because you do not go to the north. This is the difference between the between the east and the west island, side of the island. The surf is very strong, and yet very beautiful. There's some area here that I'm not sure what it is, but the difference in the growth and greenery. Much stronger wind.
Gosh, this is pretty. This is sort of our main road out here. Chris is steering, and I'm just sort of panning out over the ocean. Basic area.
The wind is a lot stronger. The water line, I can still feel the spray coming up to me. This gorgeous. Reminds me of the difference between the east and west coast of Florida. And this is our little VW that we rented.
Okay, I'm back at the helm, taking a couple photographs of some just absolutely delightful foliage that we've got here. There's a very, very pungent aroma here. It is just delightful. It is almost intoxicating. A smell very, very fragrant, very musky, very plant-like, very earthy, just delightful. And up in here, we have some just delightful areas. I don't know if I'm hopefully catching the purple here of these flowers that just are making this whole area smell like a potpourri. Delightful. Just absolutely delightful. I'm going to pan back, show you what we're looking at. I'm going to pan over to a house that's really sort of interesting. No power, no electric. Yet it stands here. I'm going to get you a better shot. Don't know exactly what it is, but no water, no electric, and yet a striking presence. And taking pictures of it. God, what is it? It's marvelous. Now, taking off down the road, poor Chrissy Sue Stoughton, who is disappeared. Better find her. Ladies and gentlemen, with her prize of the day, Chris jogged over to the beach. I think she's got a fishing buoy. Yeah, I think she does. Pretty pretty thrilled at the idea of being recorded for history. God, this is a marvelous place. Feast your eyes. Just beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Nice going.
Stop. Don't really read anything. You just say anything. Just something.
Tell them what you're looking at. On top of the bluffs here, west coast of Cozumel, on a coral head. Panning around. Brave young lady, whoops, hello, out here ahead of me. You're wondering why this is a little bit shaky. Take a look down here. Okay. And you will see that if you look close enough, you'll see the ocean right below me. Ain't that neat? A little longer shot of it. Showing what she looks like. The long shot. Splendid way. And the step. Also up on top of the reef, checking things out. Good. Pretty neat. Walking back. A memorable day. Chris insisted on going to this side of the island. I was concerned there wasn't that much to see. Glad we listened to Chris. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. And while Chris is taking, once again, the people's pictures, we're going to take a quick look at our war steed. 1951 Volkswagen, number 30. The glove box won't close, no radio, and you can see the vents are sort of pried open so that we don't die from the heat inside. Shifts like a horse.
Recording the sunset of the Thunderheads.
And now, to wind out our day, total serenity. We're over on the west side of the island, where it's an offshore breeze, and it is just stunningly beautiful and very quiet. Just checking things out. Calling it a great night. What a beautiful, beautiful evening. Pretty little girl there in the sunset. From Cozumel. We're about set to go for a Mexican fiesta. Gonna have a lovely night. It's been a great day. Best diving so far. Best day so far. Starting out our morning, we went over to our state park, our favorite state park, grabbed a quick dive, and were surprised at some of the things we saw. Saw some lobster, barracuda, stingray, and some thong bathing suits. All in all, not a bad start to the day. Sort of a breezy day. These are some shops that accompany the state park here. There's some very nice walkways and growths of tropical plants, and we're going to take a stroll through those, capture some of the moments. You can hear the breeze in the background, and that is one of the things that is making this day tolerable. Otherwise, the weather forecast would basically go clear as a bell and hot as an oven. There has been some cloud cover that's come on and greeted us early on. Hard to tell when you find an iguana who's going shopping. But they're all around. And point of being large, they also smell like the living hell. Yeah. Hey, sorry guy, you do. It's life. Live it. Iguana and friend of iguana. And some neat flowers.
You might want to speed
your
film
that's
up.
That guy's got a little bit of color on him. Basically because a little bird of paradise blossom. You can hear the banter of the shop girls a little bit back from us. Looks like a bird of paradise blossom. Heading down the trail now. Now what we're looking at right here is a bamboo forest. And you can see the small plants down where Chris is at. And then the hollow trees that stand. The sentinel. Occasionally you can hear them knock together. It makes sort of a hollow sound. Sure is hot. Bamboo girl. What would you call the temperature at, Chris?
Too damn hot.
Agreed.
Huh?
We ever wondered whether or not we should save that ivy in Chris's house? Here's the version of it, the big dad of them all. And some other things you don't see that much of is some very large palm trees. Chris has just called an iguana alert. We're en route. Easy, big boy. Easy. Easy. Hello. This entire park has so many different areas and textures, it's fun to capture. Here's the asparagus ferns that my mom and dad truly love. and Chris Stoughton as well. Come to think of it, there's only a couple people that don't like them. Just some very pretty stuff here up by the monument. Hoping we're picking out the orange pink of those flowers. They look just beautiful. Smell nice too. And the border has these flowers as well that are yellow and have a very pleasant fragrance to them. There's a fair amount of these lizards around the park as well. They're interesting because when they get up and run, they really get up and run. Of course, if he gets up and attacks, this isn't going to be funny at all. Come on, Phil. There we go. I totally missed him. Sorry about that. So much for action footage. Little pond here where I found this little lady cleaning up and enjoying the day. Surprisingly not buggy. Surprisingly. Sort of interesting, in this pond we have a load of tadpoles getting set to grow, and some other water life as well, some big diving beetles, including some very nice colors in the water lilies. This is a pretty picture. This is the freshwater lagoon that Chris is walking up on now. And you can just see the intense blue of the lagoon. It's freshwater. They had some problems because so many people went in it with skin oil and suntan and sunblock that it ruined the pristine area, and the fishes are starting to sort of rebuild in that area now. Also panning. Hang on to your horses here. Through a rather impressive stone statue. And another look at the stone statue as well. And on the other side, a bed of the beautiful plants with the red blossoms. Here's some shots of the pool showing how crystalline clear it is. We're shooting a couple of feet offshore. We're going to pan to the reefs. Okay.
Some nice colors on them down there. So can you get some of them? See the colors on them?
Mm-hmm.
That's a shame. It's swimming across the water. I was just doing it.
I wanted to take a picture of this amazing fellow. These guys are all over the place. Whatever they are. They look like a big grackler magpie. And they are real bandits. These are the people that are, these are the birds that are up on the railings, swiping tacos. They make a very unusual sound when they're trying to impress the ladies. It sounds almost like somebody turning a computer on. They're bold, they're brazen, they're also very beautiful. Excellent color on it. Another stone sculpture. We've just sort of happened on. Sort of a surprise here. Here are some evergreens. There are you. just like the types we plant in Ohio and that Dad has up at the lake. And here's your basic state park. We were the first ones here this morning, first ones in the water, and probably the only ones in the water for an hour or so. They have out right in this general area a sunken statue of Christ, boats, Mayan ruins, and things like that are interesting to see. And down there is the restaurant that we had lunch in when we first went to the park on that first day. I think it was. Here's our last goodbye from Chanakab State Park and the Planacor Reef and their official ambassador. Shot of the parking lot, showing you what the parking lot looks like and the mopeds inside.
No.
Good morning. Last day of vacation.
No, it's not.
It isn't?
Just going on a different one.
Okay. I agree with you. Here we are. This is a view of the room that we had. And the view from the room as we get set to blow this popsicle stand. This is our view out the window. And our best friend here at the Fiesta Americana, our air conditioning unit. Little table. Notice the box of Domino's. You might ask yourself, how can they eat Domino's pizza while they're away in beautiful Mexico? Chris and I would only respond that eat Mexican for 7 days in a row, and you'll go see the Domino Man as well. Maid service, as you can see here, is very, very attractive. Oops, hello.
That's what he looked like most of the trip.
Panning over here again. I want to take you in and show you the bathroom facility, something interesting. Now here is the bathroom and the bathroom facilities. I'm videotaping this so I can get a look at it. I was only in here about maybe 2-3 minutes the whole vacation because somebody doesn't share this area that well.
I'm off.
Take a look at the closet space here.
It's only a bathroom. It's only a room.
Nice closet space. And the bathroom is done all in marble.
Close it down.
So they can hose it down, which frankly they need to do after we've been in here. North Americano divers. Okay. Coming in here. Whoop. Nice shot of the towel. And the little head, so to speak. And the shower. Sort of nice. Well, here's where she all happened. The dive shop here at the hotel, where we showered off the freshwater tank, and the pier where we took off from. Lovely place. And this is where we had breakfast just about every morning. Marvelous fruit. Yeah. Nice people.
These are all the nice people at the hotel.
Interesting.
Chris thought that these coconuts were really interesting on the palm tree.
Heads or something that... Oh well.
Yeah, they do look a little odd, don't they?
Booga booga heads.
Booga booga heads. Here's the shoreline of where we stayed at. And we still had some pretty doggone excellent diving right off of here. Moving up from the shore, you could quickly step into a freshwater pool. You can just see the top of it there. And then we had the walkway over to the Fiesta Americana.
They're all on that side.
and the walkway over. And here we are. One last long and loving look at the Fiesta Americana. And our room was right about where you see that small tree in the column. Right down there, 324 was our room. Panning down from the Fiesta Americana, the state park. What was the name of the state park, darling?
I think it's Chinook.
Chinook Park, where we stayed and had a marvelous time. I hope this video can pick it up, but if you look off the point, you can just see the image of a ferry coming into town. We do not. At this point. Yeah, there she goes. All right, folks, here's the activity at the pier, one of the local piers here. We're here in downtown. A little bit of last-minute shopping before we hit it, and we get it. Yeah, that's the airplane we're going to be taking in, folks, at F-27. We're just in the museum, having a nice time. We're up in the restaurant in the museum. We're taking a little break because it's pretty hot. Gonna have a little Coca-Cola. And, hey, who is that wolf in her coat? Christina suits out. How we doing, Chrissy?
I'm hot.
You betcha.
Very hot.
More later. Actually, what I'm doing is starting our first morning of a vacation.
No, don't.
With a little chat. It's July 2nd. I think we've got the time and date showing here. And we are getting set to start our morning out. Chrissy's in the shower. I'm getting set to run because I was a bad boy at Red, White, and Boom. Red, White, and Boom was great, was it not?
I can't hear you.
Somewhat negative response.
That's what you said. I don't know if that's what you said.
It was marvelous. It was marvelous. Be that as it may, the day's starting. The day is good. Well, we're getting set to depart for vacation. We were slowed up quite a bit by a thunderstorm that just ripped. As you can see by the muddy water out here, it really came down. It came down to the point where we couldn't pack the car or get to what we needed to do. But we're about ready now. And as usual, we're waiting on somebody. Little Chrissy Sue Stoughton.
No. We've been waiting on you, as normal.
Time to go. More later.
You did a pretty good job.
Yeah,
First time using the camera, you did a real good job.
it's a very nice present. We really enjoyed it. We took
Now I
it.
have two sons, each with a video.
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
gosh.
Yeah, I know. Well, let me tell you. Well, wait a minute. We got to film
Oh,
this. I'm like, put it away.
Get it out in the Grand River. Take it over the bridge.
I really can't say that I know where the light speed is on this one.
I think the light speed is up front by the front of the lens, and you can get either 1,000. It's
Something that
Now we're in
we
the
used to show.
great hunt for the adapter for the television. Got a pan over here to Pappy. An unusual sight. Dad,
You wanna show
ice
me
cream.
ice cream?
Yes.
My favorite
Food.
job. I like it.
That's good. All right. Okay. Where are we going with that? Where's
Oh,
that
that's
going?
good. Wendy came back.
It's not on this. It's not on this.
Yeah, but Marion just left.
It just don't ask.
Is her car gone, really?
Yeah, well, she just did back up.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, if they were coming and going the same,
They had to have
passed each other.
They probably, yeah.
So there must have been a plan.
I would think.
God knows what
This
it is.
morning she didn't know about it.
You like it. Look at
You passed the page.
Did I pass it? Oh, you spotted it. Good job.
You like it.
Huh?
You like it. You.
Now, who's that, Allison?
Great.
No, you can't lick it so much. You can't lick it so much.
I was getting fun, but okay. Do I put it on here?
Make sure they line up. Don't go outside the lines.
He's doing,
I take this type of pressure.
he's doing it one-handed. A little bit of sunshine.
No, he didn't get it.
Oh!
Well, it's his first time.
Yeah, it's my
It's only his first time.
Have
so.
patience. That's a
Let's
birthday
see
going
if
on
it's
now,
again.
Harry.
If he does the whole book, maybe he'll get it
Party
right.
one, I think. Does it look like one? I can't
That looks like Party Bug.
Try again.
It is.
I've not seen that before.
I like this one.
I think there's one of them down in Birdie Bay.
Yeah, but that looks different to me. Well, oh, it's pretty big.
Do
He's
this
moving right
one.
along, isn't he?
This one, the one,
For
what
a
is
party.
that?
Yeah.
Is that like a music box or
Yeah.
is that a banjo?
It's a
Or guitar?
music box.
Okay. You're sure about this, aren't you?
I'd be surprised if somebody was still awake out there.
She's been trying to nap all day. Probably is asleep.
Oh,
Karen.
Yeah. Are you almost ready to go to
She's
bed?
close too, yes. Oh, never.
I'm gonna last the whole day, or until the car starts. Because that's always when you fall, kiddo. Take it from real experience. You can't last till the car goes. Okay, you go there?
no,
Okay.
it doesn't.
Oh yeah, that does go there.
Allison? Allison, hello. Is that your Uncle Jim?
Yeah.
It's nice that he's here.
Oh, you are so nice. You are so...
Remember how Christmas presents.
You know I'm gonna get you? They have this gack in great big buckets. Bucket gack.
They're fucking gag. Called retaliation.
Isn't that foul? I use
They
it.
make it great flavor or something. I don't know if they do anymore.
You help me.
I use glue sticks.
You help me.
There, yeah. Well, you a sponge with water.
That's right. That's a
Truly.
Lay a sponge on.
Yeah, that's it.
On a,
You didn't get it right.
But there's not a lot of adhesive on it,
You didn't
actually.
get it
That's why I
right.
find the
Oh,
glue
no,
stick
that was
is...
your end.
And especially
It's good.
tongue in my mouth.
I said yeah again.
Yipes.
Yeah.
Look.
That's neat. Do they both have to go the same way? Or can the front go one way and the back go the other way?
I bet that's Alex.
Alex is right
How are the mosquitoes?
there. They're very good.
They're gone.
Very big. They're this bad today.
No,
They're
but they're
gone
well,
now.
and they're
They're
very
gone
well.
I'm not going to find out. Grandma, stay in.
Me too.
No way,
That's
Jose,
smart.
right?
That's a good idea.
I've never feel it. You might just feel it. But I had a bump before, and that's when they come in.
You did?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Is that a bump on your elbow then? So
Yes.
little. Is that a mosquito bite?
But I don't feel it. No.
It looks pretty serious. Yeah, it looks pretty serious. Yeah.
No.
You have a Band-Aid on your ankle, don't you?
Do you have a Band-Aid on your ankle? Wow. That's neat. That's pink. Just leave that on there. Okay.
It's red pink.
Red pink.
Drop me.
That is neat.
So,
Oh, don't. Don't. I might pass out. That's pretty bad. That's...
This is Jim and Alice.
Look out! Oh! captured before it got out.
She don't give you a chance to make it.
Hello, Karen. Allison, are you getting that sticky stuff all over you? Aren't we glad we didn't put any vodka in it?
That'd have been good.
Chris had tried that as the alcohol additive. Whoa! She's down. She's safe. You okay?
I think you have to stand back a little bit. Just a little bit. You know what? I think we need to
See where my power is going to come out from. Yes. You got more than that.
And here we go, little Chrissy Stout and niece Allison.
August 23rd.
Nope, rule explanation. Rule explanation. Here we go.
Where are you going to take me? You're going to throw me away, huh? You see what this is here?
Nope, hang on. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. July 3rd, Point Avenel. Nice crisp wind blowing out of the east-southeast.
21 days till 46.
Thanks so much, Steve. Always nice to know that the Reaper's at the door.
And 19 days till 77, right, Father?
Yeah.
What kind of light do you think they put on?
Well, that's why I thought you should go to... I don't really know. I mean, if it's something you want to throw a lot of light with.
One of the favorite sounds here in sights is the purple martins. And Mom and Dad got a house full this year. Pretty good crop of them. And you can see them in. Always leave on the same day each year. Very nice Point Avenue day. Just give you a little pan across the water. This is all off of the front patio. Turning. And moving. Isn't that pretty? But that's Buffalo over there. Buffalo skyline. Yep, thank you. Right there. And, hey.
Hello.
Family route. There we go.
Hi, Jake.
What a nice...
Welcome to Point Avenel.
And it's so nice to be here. Y'all look great.
More than once.
Chris.
That we're both watching Dad do the work?
Why don't we all say a few words on behalf of Phil and Logan?
He was one of a kind. He set a tradition of behavior that will not be matched.
A brave and loyal friend through many years. A good companion. A fine cocker spaniel. And the proud tradition of Rags Lady Velvet. And also the father of, sire of, Randy and Rudy and Christopher Robin. Yep. Godspeed.
Yeah. Ashes to ashes. Excuse me.
Ready?
Keep them for a long
I feel like we're taking communion.
you notice, he went, who? And I went, good drink.
You don't mind me running through my kidneys, please.
A fitting tribute. Stoli we have left.
Telephoto.
Well, with Stoli, it can't be too solemn.
He and Steve had a lot of the same.
What happened to see two little girls walk by?
Is that right?
Two little girls.
The Christmas antlers and the letters expressing the regret and condolences for many fine friends. That's the bells from the antlers. He didn't take well to them.
He tried to bite Steve when he put him on.
He just nipped. That's all he ever did. I swear he nipped.
That was Stoli. He had his own firm ideas about behavior.
Well, should we take turns? Well, bye, old pooch. Nice knowing you.
We raised the spade for him one last time.
There you go. Whether it was low or high.
It was a classic.
You're not gonna be able to see this.
Nicely done.
Finishing touches there.
I was just gonna say, is that right side up?
Oh, right side up, yeah.
Let's get that one.
Yes. Formal ceremony. Bad dog.